Welcome to the Diagnostic Manager product overview. Here we'll review the top challenges that guide customers towards the solution, the value it provides, and an overview of the 3 key business scenarios that have made Diagnostic Manager successful. When talking about the top challenges, it's hard to not observe that supporting SharePoint takes a village. And even a dedicated SharePoint administrator has a lot of responsibilities. This makes it hard to actively review server and application health. Also, while many organizations have a system that is built for network monitoring, it's hard with these systems to look at both network and SharePoint performance at the same time. Well, as you know, SharePoint depends on a wide variety of systems like IaaS for delivering websites, or SQL for storing content. And when a user complains, it's really hard to pinpoint the root cause of that issue. Also, many IT organizations are currently consolidating servers, whether through virtualization to a new hosting environment or through the creation of a hybrid architecture. The users expect the same performance, and it's hard for IT to judge if that performance is the same and to prove it when a user asks. Finally, one of the top challenges that drives customers and organizations to look for a tool that is purpose-built for SharePoint is finger pointing. Whether it's a small organization where the SharePoint administrator doesn't control the network, to a large organization that it's hard to communicate to the network or SQL teams, fingers are always pointed. And this ends up in more time for end users to have outages. Those are some of the top challenges that we hear a lot with Diagnostic Manager. How do we face those challenges? Well, the value that Diagnostic Manager provides is the creation of a central location for administrators to be able to view all of this infrastructure. They can see the network. They can see database. They can see SharePoint application, they can see the SharePoint server performance, and Diagnostic Manager provides detailed information around page and web part performance. Instead of having the phone ring and scrambling to solve an issue, the alerting, reporting, and visibility into SharePoint dependencies allow these administrators and IT managers more time to do cool things that they want to do, and also provide reporting for those IT managers, and finally, and probably most importantly, assist the end users in getting the performance that they expect. Again, a key differentiator in value compared to other performance monitoring systems is that Diagnostic Manager identifies a whole farm and all of the pieces that are in it, an application server, a web front-end server, a SQL server, and also is able to go into the detail of page performance that includes the web parts that are on the page. Let's quickly review the 3 main scenarios that have made Diagnostic Manager successful. SharePoint has been around for 10 years, and organizations have been becoming more and more dependent on not only collaborating around documents, but also using SharePoint infrastructure to support key critical business workflows. Customers are spending money to develop these solutions for their business users, and those users in turn expect the performance equivalent to any other system. And this is where supporting business-critical SharePoint has come into play. Now, moving on to speed to troubleshoot. This is a core of how Diagnostic Manager assists IT organizations. SharePoint is complicated, and it's hard to determine the root cause. But with Diagnostic Manager, you can take a look across the network, across SharePoint servers, SharePoint itself, and identify at a point of time what the root cause was, or at least guide the investigation much more quickly than could be before. Finally, data center and SharePoint migration or consolidation is a little bit more niche. However, it's where Content Matrix and control products play a lot. And whether the customer is upgrading the servers or moving to the cloud, this helps the IT organization prove that performance from one location to another has stayed the same. Diagnostic Manager provides value not only to the administrator through alerting and visibility, but to the IT manager through reporting, the business user by holding IT accountable for the performance, and to the business stakeholder who spent the money in the first place for the implementation. And this helps secure adoption by eliminating performance issues.